You gotta love the places that do just one thing. There's no menu in there. Just here are the sizes. Here's what you get. In Paris, they have the Eiffel Tower. In Rome, they have the Vatican. And in Logrono, we have mushrooms from Soriano. And how can you beat this atmosphere? Fantastic. Nothing like the garbage truck going by to add to the ambience of your ice cream. Welcome to Destination Eat Drink, the travel channel for foodies. I'm Brent Peterson. I'm an American living in Portugal, but today we're in Logrono, Spain, in Rioja, which is wine-producing country. This city is known for its gastronomy and for its wine, and we're on Calle Laurel, which is one of the best streets in the city for pincho bars. Bars where it's like tapas, where you get little plates. So our first stop is this place called Bar Cid, and they do one thing and one thing only, and that's these delicious grilled mushrooms. Olive oil, salt, that's it. Delicious. Get a little plate of bread with it, mushroom on top. Really good. You gotta love the places that do just one thing. There's no menu in there. Just here are the sizes. Here's what you get. He cooks them on the grill. It's out in 2 minutes. Beautiful. Got a little white wine to go with it. Nice, crisp, but not too harsh. Still fruity. Good stuff. We're off to a really good start here at Bar Cid. I think we're going to like Logrono. Excellent. Next stop on Laurel Street is Bar Soriano, and this place is hopping, man. It is busy in there. They have a sign inside that says, in Paris they have the Eiffel Tower, in Rome they have the Vatican, and in Logrono we have mushrooms from Soriano. So they're pretty high praise, you know, if that's true. We'll see. Pretty much all they do is these stacks of mushrooms. A lot of them come with shrimp on top. I got it just plain. They grill them up, put it on bread, stick a little toothpick through it, and serve it up. Now, I've seen guys going like this, eating it like corn on the cob. I think that's going to be a disaster. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, it is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Those are tasty. They are good. You can see they're a different kind of mushroom. They're like a cremini. And then beer goes with it. So I think mushrooms are really popular in this part of Spain. There's a city not far from here where it's the mushroom growing capital. And I saw a poster that they're having a mushroom festival, but the town is so small it's impossible to get to by public transportation. So unfortunately, we're not going to go there. Instead, we're just going to enjoy mushrooms here at Soriano. Try some with some bread. Muy bien. Next stop is Dulce Laurel, Sweet Laurel. Came in here because they have a dish that I really wanted to try. Asparagus is really popular in this part of Spain. I see white asparagus for sale everywhere. It's on menus everywhere. And we haven't really had much of it. So thought I'd give it a try. Now, I know when you look at this, you think, oh, that's green asparagus. But underneath, they made a sauce of white asparagus. That's really good. And they even put a little edible pansy on there for color. Really nice. Great presentation. Let's give it a taste. Oh, on the bottom there's a little little toast. I love asparagus anyway, and this is really, really nice. I've never had the green and the white asparagus together on the same dish, so this is tasty. I like it. Good stop. This wasn't originally on our list, but glad I came. This crazy place is called Bar Cid, and they're famous for their patatas bravas. I can't believe in this whole Spain trip we've been on so far, we have not had any patatas bravas. So here it is. It comes right out because they are cranking them out one after the other. I just saw her. She just sent in an order into the kitchen. 4, 4, 3, all patatas bravas. So comes out fast and hot, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, topped with marinara and mayo. Karen said it reminded her of French fries and gravy, which is a famous dish in Rhode Island. I sampled that when we were in Rhode Island doing some videos there recently. You can see that if you want. But this is great. And how can you beat this atmosphere? Fantastic. Behind me is the stone bridge of Logrono. And this bridge is only about 140 years old, but it's super important for its symbolism. You see, there used to be a bridge 1,000 years ago, somewhere around here, they're not sure exactly where, that was built of stone. And it was in such bad shape by the end of the 19th century, they had to demolish it and build this new stone bridge. But the reason why it's important is because Logrono is on the Camino de Santiago. And so there's a lot of pilgrims walking this trail. In fact, you walk around this town, you will see lots and lots of pilgrims. And this bridge marked the entrance for the pilgrims to the town of Logrono. So that's why it's symbolically important. And that's also why there's a lot of churches in this city. You know, I'm not going to go and visit every single one of them, but there are a couple that are of interest for various reasons. One of the coolest is the Church of Santa Maria. And, you know, it's got a nice double tower in the front, and there's a huge altarpiece. But for me, the most interesting thing is behind the altar in the sacristy is a painting attributed to Michelangelo. It's not big. It's not a masterpiece, and they're not 100% sure that it was painted by Michelangelo, but it's called The Crucifixion. And if you toss a euro into the slot, it'll light up so you can actually see it. If you don't put the euro in, it's dark and you can't really see it. But it's just fascinating that there is a Michelangelo here in northern Spain, in this unassuming city that gains its importance from being on the Camino de Santiago, especially for Christian pilgrims. For us, it's important because it's on the wine trail in La Rioja and for its gastronomy. So that's why we're visiting today in Logrono. This is the Church of Santiago. This may be the site of the oldest church in Logrono. They think that on this site there was a church built 1,200 years ago. They're not sure. But if you go inside and you go back to the right of the altar, you can take some stairs down to a crypt that they think might have been the original church or the site of the original church. Behind me, this was built in the Renaissance, so it's significantly newer than that. Anyway, the reason I wanted to come here was because Logrono was part of the Spanish Inquisition back in the 16th and 17th centuries. not many people ended up being executed because of the Inquisition, but one really interesting and horrible event did take place in the early 1600s when they had what were called the Basque witch trials. A lot of people, 7,000 they say, were rounded up and questioned as part of this Inquisition into people practicing sorcery and witchcraft. In a lot of cases, what they were women who were doing folk medicine, and this was not well received by the Catholic Church. Others who were persecuted were Protestants and folks like that. But the witchcraft, all you had to do was denounce the witchcraft, confess to your witchcraft, you would not be punished for it, and implicate your compatriots. So if you turn in your neighbors and you say that you practice witchcraft and they practice witchcraft, you get off scot-free. So this thing, as you can imagine, spread like wildfire. 7,000 people wound up being questioned. Eventually, only 6 were executed by burning at the stake right here in 1610 in Logrono. Another 4 died in prison while they were awaiting trial, but must have been a horrific time. They don't really talk about it all that much, but look up the Basque witch trials and you'll see how awful it really was. So our last stop is De La Sera. It really warmed up here. It was chilly this morning and it was actually raining. Now it's blue skies and warm, and we needed something to cool off. So found the closest ice cream place, and it was this De La Sera, and they had a really nice selection. So what did we get? Chocolate, strawberry, mojito, and mango. Wow, that strawberry is good. Yeah, I think they're making real real strawberry. Nothing like the garbage truck going by to add to the ambience of your ice cream. But this is nice. I like it. It's a nice way to finish off. I've really enjoyed our time in Logrono, and I wish it could be more. It's been a lot of fun. This would be a place where, we went to a bunch of tapas bars. We went to a bunch of sites here, and I feel like we're only scratching the surface. You could stay here for weeks and not hit every single tapas bar. And the other thing I really liked is there are a lot of places that only have one thing on the menu. That's it. And so you know that they do it really, really good, especially when there's a giant line of people waiting for that one thing. So hats off Logrono. I really enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you could. And if you want to support me, it's buymeacoffee.com/destination eat drink. I'm Brent Peterson. See you down the road.